Scientists do have some common misconceptions about Hollywood, and one of the most common, I think, is that they don't care about the science or that they're not that smart. That has not been my experience at all. The people who are behind the scenes in Hollywood, the writers, the producers, the directors, are actually very smart. They love science. The difference here is that the way they need to use science is very, very different from the way a scientist will use it. When we had the writers from Heroes on a panel with a genetics expert, the heroes, as you know, have superpowers because supposedly of some rare genetic mutation. And the first question the biologist asked was, well, what's the mechanism? That's the last question that a Hollywood person is going to ask. They're going to ask, what's my character's motivation? What's the emotion behind this? You know, what kind of issues is this character going to confront as a result of their power or their ability? So narrative has very, very different needs for science. And that, I think, is where the disconnect happens. We need to understand what constitutes constructive criticism, because it's very, very easy to say, oh, that movie had stupid science. The Core, I think, is the classic example, which has like the worst physics ever. But it's not helpful just to say, well, that would never happen. That's just wrong, which is what I think a lot is what happens. There are websites like Insultingly Stupid Movie Physics and things like that. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's very funny to read those things, and it can be a certain amount of pleasure, but it's not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is, well, that actually, it really wouldn't work that way, but I understand that you need to get from plot point A to plot point B. Have you considered this route? This might be a way that you could get that done, and it's actually scientifically plausible and actually a little cooler than what you've come up with. It's very important to remember what Hollywood is good at and what it isn't. I mean, the point, Hollywood is a business, and it's there to entertain. And if we're lucky, they can also inspire. You know, there are altruistic people, and they would love to do some good in the world and know that what they're doing has value, but they're not there to educate. They're not there to teach science for the good of the country. What they can do is entertain and inspire and make kids want to know more, and then as they learn more, want to become scientists. So I think we just need to be very clear to keep those two roles very separate.